Hello, hello, and welcome everybody. This would be our first podcast, and welcome to everyone who's listening to us right now. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nox Zanders, and together with Jordi and Yuki, we are representatives from the clan WNM Malaysia. Also,
Ah,
we are under the wing of Team Rascal. It's an official esports clan. How are you guys, Yuki, Jordi?
I'm great.
Yay! So
I'm
good, man. Yep.
I'm Jordi, aka Scholar. So yeah, it's been
Hey.
great. This is the first podcast I've ever been. So yeah, a little bit nervous, but excited to what's to come.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, guys. I'm Yukichi from Yukichi Gaming. It's nice to meet you guys again. Oh my god, I'm so nervous for my first podcast. Hi, guys. Siapa yang baru join tu? Hello, hello. Selamat datang semua.
Hi, selamat
Hi.
datang, selamat datang.
Selamat datang.
Although
Okay.
we'll be speaking in English, but we are also flexible to speak in Malay because obviously we're from Malaysia. So our mission here is to help educate you guys, give as much information as we can about the game Identity 5 because it's a popular game these days.
Rising to fame. Haha.
Rising, yeah, it's probably not as well known in Malaysia yet. So that's why we want to try to bring the hype, guys.
Yeah.
Yay! Hi everyone from Facebook and also YouTube. Hi, saya nampak Wafi. Hi Wafi, Hi Azim. Hello, welcome to the
Hello
stream.
everyone.
Oh my god, that was...
Wow, exciting times. Okay, guys.
Yes.
So I'm gonna start first. What is Identity V, right? So Identity V is an asymmetrical 1 versus 4 multiplayer online survivor game. It first started off with a mobile game, and then you can also play it on the PC if you download the game from the official website. Now, the game was actually created 2nd April 2018 by NetEase, but it was released few months after that in July 6, 2018. So how this Identity V started is because it was first called as Dangerous Game that was made by new employees in NetEase Games, alright? It got so popular that eventually it developed into Identity 5. So yeah, sometimes you guys are confused why I call it Identity V or Identity 5. The V is actually a 5 number
Yeah.
in Roman. Yeah.
Yes. I also confused at first, like why V? Why is V? Then I just realized, oh, there's actually 4 survivor and 1 hunter game.
Yeah,
So it's
so
a
it's a
5
5
member, yeah,
player.
5 people in the game.
Yes. So,
Yes.
Dangerous Game was actually a mini project meant to train new employees of NetEase, and the development took about 1.5 months. But because they are inexperienced to making such a game, because before this, NetEase has produced many other games, and it's more to battle royale games. So the team lacks of this experience, which is why they started to talk with Behavior, which is the creators of Dead by Daylight. And they talk about the rights to use some of the mechanisms in the game and help them out to solve the technical issues, how to create the game. And the collaboration was actually very restricted at first. They only let some employees learn how to do it, and they already book some streamers as well. And only when the official announcement of the collaboration is released, then only everyone else is free to do go ahead and advertise for IDV. So from the release date until now, the game, you know how old this game is, guys? It's 4 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's almost
What? I thought it's 3.
it's a toddler. It's a toddler.
Oh no.
But 4 years is actually quite a long time. And currently, with the 4 years, we are currently sitting at season 16, and soon to be this mid July is going to be season 17. So each season only lasts for 2.25 months. Also, fun fact, IDV won the best downloaded game on Google Play in 2018.
Congrats!
Wow.
That's amazing. That means that once it was released, it was actually pretty popular, right? Like a
Yeah,
lot of people actually played it.
yeah, the people recognize its potential, its gameplay, its lore to the point where Google Play gave them that award. Yeah.
Yep. So if you guys start to play IDV, there's a storyline behind it, okay? The main story for the game IDV is told through the perspective of an ex-novelist detective, Orpheus, which is, if you guys are looking at the screen right now, that's him right there, who has been
Oh man.
commissioned to find Mr. Reichenburn's missing daughter. And then he proceeds to entering a deserted manor. And from there, the mystery deepens when he finds a bookshelf that is full of mysterious diaries. So then when he starts to read all these diaries, it became clear to him that there's actually this secret game, deadly game that's been played in the manor for all of these people who once lived there. Yes.
Deadly game, huh?
Deadly game, because apparently it is said that whoever survives, they can obtain their deepest wish or deepest
Yes.
desire. So that's a
Yes.
motivation right there. That's why
Yes.
people from all over the world, in different timelines, actually came to this manor to participate in this deadly game. So
And
every time,
and everyone was invited via a piece of letter.
yeah.
Including us?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah. So everyone playing the game right now, we are all invited through the letter from this mysterious owner
Wow.
of the mansion.
So basically, siapa yang main game ni, you guys already got the letter lah. I bet everyone's already got the
Yeah.
letter. Betul?
The,
Is it?
the,
yep.
mo-
Ha.
the moment we key in our username or
Username,
our in-game
password.
name, yeah, that was
Oh.
that was that was our invitation lah to the manor.
Yeah, I guess we all already trapped inside the manor.
It
Yeah.
actually feels special. It feels special when we get invited, right? It's like, oh,
Oh
we are
yeah.
meant to play this game.
Yes. But it
Yeah.
turns out it's a deadly game.
Yeah. And yeah, so every time Orpheus hits to the diary bookshelf in the game, it unravels the game options for players to play. So there's different mechanics to this game. And I think,
Yep.
Yuki, would you want to explain the game
Yeah,
mechanics?
sure. I would love to explain about the game mechanism. Hello. Okay, let's see. Hi Anne. At YouTube. Hello everyone. It's from Facebook. Hello. Okay. Okay, so I will explain about the game mechanism, which is how you guys you need to understand about how to play this game lah, basically. Okay, for the first one, this game we have a 4 survivor and 1 hunter. Okay. Okay, as you can see from at the slide, there's a, oh my god, is it my knight? My favorite characters there. Okay, 4 survivor and 1 hunter. And objective of this game is you guys need to escape from the game lah, which is from the certain map. Actually, there's a lot of map provided in this game. So I will explain about the survivor side, which is in order for the survivor to escape, okay guys, you guys need to decode at least 5 cipher machine that provided inside the map. And then survivor, if you guys want to win the game, what you guys need to do is you guys need to decode all the 5 cipher machine and make sure, okay, you need to escape 3 people. Okay, there's 3 people or 4 men to escape.
Yes.
Yeah. And then actually for this game, I understand you guys need to working together. Okay, guys, you need to have the kerjasama with everyone to win the game. Actually, if you guys being selfish in this game, you guys it's very hard for you guys to win the game. Okay, so like I said, you guys, what the survivor need to do is the first one is you guys need to decode the cipher machine, okay, and then kiting the hunter or contain the hunter, and then you guys need to rescue the teammates at the rocket tail, which is if your friends just get caught by the hunter and being knocked down, what you guys need to do is to rescue your teammates, and then the most important thing is you guys need to support each other to buy as much time as you guys can, which is I think around 2 years and a half I play this game okay. Buy time is the most important things in this game. You guys need to buy as much time as you guys can to contain hunter or to decor and everything. Buy time. Buy time is the key point, I think, so far to win the game. Okay?
Yeah.
So
So viewers
yeah.
out there who doesn't know what is a cipher machine, it's like, how to say, if you were to play the game as a survivor, you will be, it's like typewriter. If it's like, it's shaped like a
Typewriter.
typewriter with an antenna. Yeah.
Uh,
That's a
yeah.
cipher
So you
machine
must
right
go
there.
there, touch the thing. The objective to decipher or to decipher the
Open the
machine is
gate lah,
to
which it's like
yeah
open the gate. You guys need to decode the machine to
The
password.
open the gate.
password,
Yeah, the
yeah.
Yes,
password. Yeah.
You have to
yeah,
crack the code.
Oh my god, look at that. Wow.
yes,
Look at the slide. Oh, this is the unknown guy, the missing guy.
yeah. So basically that's it. Yeah. So continue, Yuki.
Okay. Alright, guys, for your information, actually, this game, each character have their own roles. Roles. Okay, I'm sorry for my bad English. It's like I don't know
It's
what's wrong with my tongue
okay.
It's
today.
alright.
No,
Okay,
it's okay. You're
okay.
doing
There's
good.
a certain role for the survivor side. Okay, so next slide. Okay, there you go. Okay, there's actually so far we have four rules. This is based on character skills lah to how to say to determine what role is the character. So it's basically determined by their skills lah. So we have support, we have kiter, decoder, and rescuer. So my main is actually I love to be rescuer here because my first time I play is rescuer. I love to help people. So it's like, okay, I need to play at least rescuer character. And now I'm being play all character. What do you guys think, guys? What is your main role?
As for
Well,
me, I started playing but then as we play rank and all that, I started to grow. Like I really like to play perfumer, for the fact that I can get hit 5 times. As long as my perfume are all perfect.
Ah,
Yeah. So that's I like. So means to answer Yuki's question, I like to play kiter lah, like as contain slash
contain.
containing survivors lah. So because
Mm,
it's fun lah,
mm.
containing the hunt.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
not but it's not
I
fun if I
understand.
but it's not fun if I wanna miss my perfume.
Debated.
debated.
Okay guys, we have a question. Kalau ada teammate knock down 5 second in game, nak save ke nak biar? Okay, Alzheimer's. It depends on how the progress of Cypher Machine in my point of view. Okay, if you see, sometimes there's a survivor dia knock down awal tapi Cypher Machine progress dah banyak. Sometimes they rotate and then the hunter found but they die in 5 second kan, like you said kan. Tapi the cipher machine progress tu banyak. So, for example, like 60-70%, I think it is still okay to go rescue. Yeah, that's from my perspective here. What do you guys think, Nox and Jordy?
Well,
I think it's okay to go rescue.
I have to agree with you. It depends on how many ciphers have been decoded, or at least there are some players as well. If they see, even if the rescuer has decoded 50% of the cipher,
Yeah.
it's still safe to go rescue, although the cipher hasn't been popped. And
Yeah.
it helps also if the one who is down is not a decoder except for mechanic, because mechanic, if
Yes.
she is down, she can actually buy more time for you to for herself to decode with her robot. But if a robot is down, then it really depends on the situation
Yes.
actually, and
Yes.
it
Yeah.
depends
Yeah.
on
Depends on the
the
situation, on the map. Map
strategy.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah, strategy, the map. Banyak. A lot, Zainis.
Yes, a lot
Yes.
of factors,
A lot
lot
of
of
factor.
factors, yeah,
Yeah.
that play into what are determining whether need to rescue straight away or maybe we
Yes.
rescue after half hour, because so many things
Mm, mm,
need to
mm,
consider lah before we make that
mm.
decision. Have to see what type of hunter, have to
Yeah,
see the
water
progress of the
hunter.
cipher, how,
Yes.
how
The
far is the
map. The map. I think the map
rescuer,
also.
the
The map.
map, yeah, the
Yeah.
map, how far is the
Reflect the position
rescuer.
of the rescuer to the
Ah,
rocket chair.
yes,
Something like
yes.
that.
Ah,
Yes.
yeah. So there are
So it
so
depends
many
on the
factors that
situation.
play. Yeah.
Yes. Agree.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Okay.
continue, Yuki.
Let's
Yeah, let's
continue.
continue.
All right. So okay.
Ah,
Okay. I think this one all passed already.
mm,
Okay.
okay.
Next. All right. There you go. Okay, guys. This game, we have a persona. We call this trait as a persona for survivor. So, we have a kiting, we have a borrow time, and also rescuing, and also the spectator. Okay, I will explain the okay. Knocks back. Okay, guys. This is recommended for kiting, kiting persona, kiting persona. Okay,
Containing,
Yeah,
containing the
containing.
containing the
hunter.
hunter. Okay, as you can see the right side kan yang pukul 3 tu, one we call as a borrow time, which is um when the last cipher machine pop tu, we can get extra one apa
How
Half alive.
half life at least, yeah. And the left side tu yang penuh pukul 9 tu is broken window. We call that as broken window. So bila you lompat pallet, when you jump the window, you got extra speed boost lah here. And you see here over there, I put the snooze. Snooze is actually for the rocket chair.
yes,
Rocket chair timing.
increase the countdown for the rocket time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This usually I will use this persona if I play with my teammates. Yeah. Usually I play this because yeah. Okay. Next is we have rescuing persona. Okay. This one I use for my mercenary. Okay. We usually bring six. Six is down there. We call as a tightener. Okay.
What
Okay.
does the tightener do?
Yeah. What does it do, Yuki?
What does it do, Yuki?
Oh my god. Okay, tightener. Why need to tightener? Okay, guys, just in case. Okay. This is actually we call that as a quite a borrow time juga lah, but it's a different types of borrow time, which is once you manage to rescue your teammates on the chair, hunter hit you, you still got 15 seconds, is it? 15 seconds.
20 seconds.
What, 20 ah?
Yes.
Okay, 20 seconds
Yeah.
before you get down again. Which is, it is okay to buy more time. Like I said before, this game is about buy more time, you know. So yeah, tightening is very important. So you won't get down instantly lah once you get hit after you got rescued. So yeah, you still can buy time. The survivor to get out. to go out from the rocket or something. Yeah. Alright. Next, I don't think this is just the same persona also, but yeah, this one 369 lah. This one is for the what we call
This is,
sometimes a rescuer will need to kite
Yeah,
character
this is
like
if
keeper.
this is if the rescuer or any assist character that wants to
Yeah.
bring tightener but also contain the hunter at the same time. So they are kind of the all-rounder like in the game when they bring this persona, because they can contain the hunter and rescue the survivor from get chairs at
Yes.
the same time. Yeah.
Yes, agree. Okay, so I think that's all for Sona.
Yep.
Okay.
That's for survivors.
Oh, I didn't talk about Hunter yet, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. Okay, so basically there's for your information in the IDV we still have what we call things that we can work with to win the games. Like we have a pallet, we have a window, we have the slide, roller coaster, or even train. Okay, inside the map we can work with to help us to contain hunter. Okay, for survivor, you guys can use that. Okay, to help for your kiting. And then we have a what we call a chest. We have a basement also, locker. We have dungeon, and got else, huh?
Yeah, so the dungeon activates when you survivors finish two ciphers, and the dungeon only opens when either the rest of the survivor escape left you, or you are the last person standing in the game. So that's where the dungeon will open. Yeah.
Yes. And guys, we have a two exit gate in this game, okay? You guys better be aware there's a two exit gate and only one, huh?
Mm.
Okay, I didn't think goes. Oh, we got question here. Wait. What hunter is the scariest hunter you guys really hate? Scariest hunter. Okay, that is a good question, I miss. For me, I really hate a hunter like Galati, you know, or Bonbon. Yeah, I mean this hunter is it's quite complicated actually. I have a very bad feeling about this hunter because usually they can give you 0.5 hit, yang free hit lah, macam the statue something yang bomb very hard for me. I think that's the scariest hunter for me. I don't
What
know about
about
you
now?
guys.
What
Yeah.
about now?
Yeah, I
Wuchang.
agree with Yuki. I mean, I don't like hunters that are pro at defending because they can spam like Bonbon, they can spam the bombs, and Galati can spam
Yeah,
the
it's like the
statues.
hunter give you free hit, something like
Yeah,
that.
especially for rescuers is a lot of pressure. you only have like one job, and if you mess it up, it's gonna determine the end game. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Yuki knows me too well. I hate Wu Chang.
But
Uh,
right, you don't win Wuchang ma.
as
You
for
want
me,
Wuchang.
as for me, leh, I still hate geisha and evil reptilian. I
Remember?
mean, as a kiter main, it's very frustrating to kite when like survivors and hunters like geisha and evil reptilian can really close the gap between close the
Yes,
gap between
agree.
you chasing you, especially geisha with a ridiculously dash speed.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I still okay with the old geisha before the adjustment. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
true.
yeah.
I
So
guess that's why they made the adjustment.
yeah, yeah.
Yep, agree.
Wanna
Who hate
okay?
geisha here? Raise your hand.
Yes, press F.
SF guys, if you hate geisha.
What about, so
Alright.
let's move on to the survivor and
Yes.
hunter part. Or Yuki, do you have anything to say?
Mm,
To elaborate?
ah, okay.
Do you have any more thing to elaborate for your game mechanics?
Yeah, I want to add about the hunters, okay? Okay, for the hunter, guys, if you want to be pukul-pukul orang macam I kan suka pukul orang. You can be hunter. You can choose hunter faction, okay? So, in order for you guys to win the game, you guys need to eliminate at least 3 or 4 survivor in the process. So, you guys just need to hit the survivor, knock their down and put at the rocket chair and yeah, let them blast to the moon, go back to the manor, okay? And then guys, if you want to be hunter also, you guys can use any strategy to disrupt the decoding progress from the survivor, okay? Kacau-kacau the cipher lah, okay? That's why for meta hunter, yang hunter meta right now kan, there's a hunter who can disrupt the cipher machine progress lah. It's like boleh control the map, something like that. And then hunter also got a special traits, okay? Each hunter got a different skills lah, which is skill and power, something like that. And then hunter can choose one traits in a time, okay? Such as you guys can use teleport, you guys can bring, you guys can use paper, okay? And yep, some hunter also good in abilities such as camping, like I had Amber. Oh my god, I had Amber main, Feaster, or yeah, the camper. Some of them also good in chasing. It's like Wu Chang, as Gisha. I think Gisha is good at chasing. Yeah. And also some hunter good in the map pressure. And yeah, some hunter also very good in preventing cipher rush, like Joseph? Joseph? Is it?
Yeah.
Joseph is
Yes.
able to cipher pressure lah.
Yeah, preventing cipher rush lah. That's why if you saw hunter band mechanic or prisoner, yeah, sometimes it might be hunter can disrupt the cipher machine progress. Yeah. You want to add something, guys?
Like hunters, because hunters need to, like, each map is either big or small, so determining which hunter for that particular map or how are you going to counter the opposing team must also take into that factor lah. Because let's say if you like playing like this hunter, but then the survivors are those type that can easily counter you, you need to switch lor, so that in order you can faster knock them down before the cipher pops lah, before the last cipher pops. Yeah.
Okay, guys, you
That's
get a question. What about the new hunter? I really don't understand how it works. Zaimis, I think that one we can, how to say, kita akan ada perbincangan about specific hunter. So stay tuned.
Maybe end. How about let's reserve all the questions by the end of the stream. Yeah.
But I think okay, sure.
I'll write that down so that we can remember to go back. Yeah.
Alright, let's go. Should we proceed?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Survivor. Yay!
Okay, so as for this game has two factions, playing as survivor and playing as hunter. So as what Yuki has mentioned, let's start with survivor lah. Playing as survivor, so you'll be consisting of teams of four lah, a team of four against a hunter. So each survivor that you play brings a specific role to the game. For example, as what Yuki has said, we have four types of roles of each survivor, such as rescuer, decoder, assist, and containing. So let's start with decoder lah. So as for decoder, those survivors are the ones that can really help cipher rush or really decode the most in the game. Really help you push every percentage of cipher to the max lah, so that we can the 5 ciphers as quick as possible. But even though they excel in that, sadly, survivors who are decoders sadly have very bad containing skill, such as like maybe one survivor maybe cannot when they are vaulting pallets or windows, they vault slower, giving hunters an easy hit from the windows. Yeah, so as for decoders, they are bad in containing hunters. Then as for rescuer, their main role is to rescue survivors from the rocket chair. Oh yeah, so those survivors really excel in tricking the hunter, or really good in kiting, containing, and at the same time rescuing the survivors from the rocket chair, because they are the ones that really save the game due to their rescue talent, rescue capabilities. But the only downside about that is that they lack in decoding. They lack in the decoding department
Yeah,
where
it's like debuff,
ah
debuff lah.
yes, they have the
Debuff, debuff,
decoding debuff.
decoding.
Like normal
Yeah.
survivors decode 100, the speed of 100%, but certain survivors with a rescuing ability decodes around maybe 70%, 75%, 80%. So it's slower lah. So we need like that's why we need to have like decoders to how to say balance out the team. Yeah.
Yes,
So
definitely.
next is for uh, next is for containing slash kiter. So these are the ones that have very good rescuing ability. No, not rescuing. Containing
Getting.
abilities
Yeah.
where they can when they can buy a lot of time for the survivors to decode while that survivor contains the hunter while they are kiting the hunter. They have like good abilities such as maybe they have high vaulting speed. They have
Mm-hmm.
items. They have items that can really help them
Yeah.
in their
Mm.
containing. Yeah, that can
Yes.
buy survivors time while they are kiting. Yeah, and
Yes.
lastly we have the assist roles. So assist roles, they because assist is very broad as it can range from protecting the survivor to get another hit, healing ability, um, uh,
Harassing, harassing.
harassing ability,
They must
and
love that part.
yeah, then another one is maybe creating portals or maybe creating shortcuts
Distance.
for
Mm.
distance between the hunter, helping other survivors to how
Yes.
to say increase their containing ability. Yeah,
Yes. By
yeah.
time, by
So
time.
as for survivor, since I've already explained already, so for survivors, so they need to once you get 2 hits from the hunters, you will straight be in a knockdown state where you cannot move, you can only crawl lah. So you need to be careful lah, not to get hit easily because once you get 2 hits and that's it, you're down and you'll be chained on the rocket chair by the hunter. Then as for you, like Yuki said, you need to survive for 5 ciphers lah. Surviving is
Yeah.
key lah. Is key lah. This game because you need to code, you need to survive, you need to take care of yourself, and at the same time assist each other because you are a because you are in a team of four. You need to navigate,
Yeah. Mm.
communicate, so that how to say we can because everyone that plays survivor has the same goal, want to escape as many people as possible in order to win the
Yes.
game. Yeah. So then there's always one will be the one containing the hunt while the
Yeah.
others are decoding. So the one that is containing need to buy as much time as possible for the others to decode the ciphers. Yeah. So and then at the same time we have different maps. Different maps offer different advantages or disadvantages to certain survivors. So picking picking survivors at a particular map is the key winning the game. Yeah. Then
Yes.
and at the same time you need to when you are kiting or containing the hunter, you can interact, like what Yuki said, interact with certain components in the map, such as windows, such as pallets, such as the slide,
Mm.
such as the roller coaster in Moonlit River Park. Yeah, there are so many components in the map that you can take advantage of for you to contain the hunter as long
Mm.
as possible. Yeah. Yeah, so
Yes.
yes. So let's move on to playing yeah, so you have anything to add for Survivor? Anything you guys would like to add?
I think one of the
Mm.
things that I like in this game actually a survivor can communicate through ping. You know, we can ping where's everyone, what they are doing, something
Mm.
like that. If you see for example certain games it's like it's hard to communicate if you guys play with random something like that because all people in voice sometimes. So IDV is very good. Okay, you guys can ping. Okay, ping is to tell the others what you guys doing. You're decoding, or you are healing, or you're opening the gate, something like that, or you remove something, like removing spike from hunter, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's I think that's the
Up
component in this game
yeah.
lah. For survivors lah.
Updating each other on what you are doing
Yes,
is the
yes.
key. Yeah, is very
Yeah, it's very
important lah in
important.
the
Yeah.
game, so that we know,
Communication.
oh, okay, this fella is doing that, this fella is decoding, so that
Yes,
I'll say, oh,
yes.
maybe, oh, since this fella is too far, maybe I can go and rescue. Yeah, so communication is
Yeah.
key when playing survival.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
What
teamwork
about
is the
you, no?
key.
Yeah.
Teamwork is always the key. And I guess, like, I'm glad that Yuki mentioned about pinging, because I noticed that when we have more and more people joining to play IDV, they took for granted on the pinging, or
Yes.
even the language that they use, the message that they want to get across is probably unclear on what's actually going on. Because if you go to the ping menu, there's like many options, right? So it's best to use the standard
Yes.
one to be able to actually communicate so that your teammates understand what you're actually doing.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, let's move on to hunters. Yeah, since I'm
Yes. Who want to
sure
be hunter,
viewers,
man? You guys need to hear
yes,
this
I'm sure,
carefully.
yeah, I'm sure people would like to know what are who survivors is like that. What about hunters? What do they do? Yeah, so hunter.
Yes.
So, like I said, if survivors can have different skill set and talents, so can hunter. So some hunters can excel in camping. Like camping, camping is the where in gaming terms where like for day by day like or IDV where after you have chat a survivor, the hunter just patrol or stays nearby the chat survivor so that they can secure the kill or try and disrupt the rescuer's ability to rescue. So those are called camping hunters. So yeah, uh, camping hunters, though they excel in camping the survivor when they're on the chair. So rescuers need to take note on how to rescue against camping hunters because they are very dangerous. They can sometimes, how to say, they can sometimes stuff your rescue. Yeah, so you guys need to be extra careful when rescuing against this type of hunters. Then some hunters have an ability to pressure the cipher, such as Joseph, where he can where he can reduce the cipher machine progress to
Mm.
the certain amount after his camera work ends. Yeah, so you guys need to take note on how to counter this. Take note how to counter this hunter. So yeah, then next we have and lastly we have another one where they can be very good in chase, where meaning closing the distance between the survivors when chasing the survivors. These are the hunters that can really speed up to the survivors when running away. While they are running away, these hunters can really close the gap between you and the survivor. Yeah, and some can be an all-rounder, means three also at the same time. Yeah, so for hunters, you guys need to be aware. You need to hit the survivors 2 times. Then only they'll fall to the ground. Then you can chair them. And then
Yeah.
when you chair them, you need to take note of the rocket chair time. So sometimes there's a line in the half section there. Yeah, so if the rescuers manage to rescue before half, they have another chance to sit on the chair, lah. Sit on the chair and wait for the rescuers to be rescued again. So hunters, you need to how to say do in make come how to say show all your abilities or make how to say think of a way to really stuff their rescue, really how to say get rid of the rescuer before they can rescue. Yeah, so
Yes.
that's how you really win the game. You need to really mind game with the survivor, predict what the survivor will do, what the patterns are, what will they do.
I
Yeah,
hate mind game.
yeah.
I'm so bad with mind game, but yeah.
Yeah, so as shown in the video, so this hunter is known as the violinist. He's known for he's known for a camping hunter. He's a hunter which excels in camping. He's very weak camping lah. But his talent make up for it lah. So you need to use the talent to really bring the survivors to their knees. So you need to work around with the pallet, breaking the pallet. Yeah, same as survivor. You need to interact with components in the maps to help you how to say how to catch the survivor, like make use of the pallet, make use of the window. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you have to consider the map also lah. You also, what if a big map and you're not using this particular and you're using this particular hunter that is weak in big map, so need to. So how are you going to fix that in
Yes.
order for you to play better? Oh, maybe like Yuki said, you need to bring some personas or trait that really help you how to say balance out your character, balance out the hunter that you're gonna play in a big map. Yeah.
Yes.
So in order for hunters to win, they need to kill at least one. They need to kill 3 or more hunters in the game. Yeah. So you need to make sure lah. And before that, I forgot to talk about presence. Yes, hunter. There's
Oh,
this thing called its presence. Yeah. So some hunters start out with maybe like a particular skill that you can use, but then as you hit the survivors, you can activate your presence. Like for example, each hunters have 2 presence. So as you can see from this clip right now, it's the violinist has activated his full presence. As you can see, you need to hit the hunter 2 times to activate your first presence and another 3 times to activate your last presence. So you need to hit as many survivors as you can so that you can activate your final presence so that you can unleash your full potential as the hunter. Yeah.
yeah.
Anything you guys want to
I
add?
think if you guys want to understand more about presence is like a stack lah, something like that. Stack.
Yeah.
Not stack lah, stack. Yeah. Presence is like a stack, guys. Okay. Hunter got 5, right? Five presents, is it, guys?
Yeah,
5, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So once the hunter hit 1 time survivor, 1 presence. 2 hits, 2 presents, and until the full presence lah, which is 5. Yeah.
Yes, 5 hit to
Yeah.
unleash your final presence. That's where
Yeah.
survivors will be scared of you because you already have your final presence at hand. So it's better to activate your final presence as early in the game as possible.
Yeah. Actually, presence, guys. Presence is for hunter to unlock the skill, right? Jordi said, is it? Yeah.
Yes, to unlock
So
your
kalau
skill.
you tak boleh hit the survivor, you tak dapat presence, it's gonna be so hard for you. Okay. Because your skill is not activate because you have no presence. So hunter,
Yes.
Lelah pukul survivor. To get more presence. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Nox? Anything you'd like to add?
Well, yeah, based on the presence things and all, I guess this is why it's important for everyone of the players to know the spawn locations. Whether you're playing as survivor or as hunter. If you are playing as survivor, it's clear that your early game objective is to decode and to avoid the hunter from hitting you. Because if the hunter hits you, you're kind of like unleashing their presence bit by bit.
Yes.
And for hunters, if you know the spawn places as well, you don't really, I mean, you're saving a lot of time searching for the survivors because you can already predict which survivor will go to which cipher, and that's exactly where you're supposed to be heading. And it raises the chances of you getting your presence earlier in the game as well.
So as a job of a hunter, you need to kill as many survivors as possible before the cipher pops so that you can secure the kill. Yep. Yeah, so those people that really enjoy hitting other people,
But
this is the perfect role for you.
No pun
I also
intended.
love to hit people. I also love to pukul orang, but I cannot play hunter. I'm very, very violent because I lose patience. Okay, I cannot.
We don't have the big brain.
You guys need to train.
That's why we need to. That's why sometimes we need really salute hunter players because hunters are the one that really have the big brain. to really how to say mind game the survivors. Yeah.
I have a zero
Yeah,
because
to think about it, it is one person's brain against four people's brain.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
really good hunters, they can already like predict what the four players are gonna do. They can predict what's their next move and what's their next strategy,
Yes.
things like that.
Yes. Yes. They have hunters have to be alert during the whole match. He needs to know what is the survivor doing, how is the survivor gonna contain me, where is the survivor heading to, what are the other survivors doing. Yeah. So that's why I say hunters that really have big brain. That's why we need to commend them for their effort, because they are the ones that really can those are the real hunters that can really stuff the survivor, really how to say mind game the survivors.
Yeah, I
yeah.
like to think hunters as like the goalkeepers like of the game. You know, like if you were to play football, they
Yeah.
are
Okay, the
Yeah.
like
hit out. The
yes,
ball. The ball is the
yeah.
survivor.
They are the last person to touch the ball, and it would determine whether it's gonna be a win or lose for the team. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
shout
correct.
out to all hunter mains.
Hunter man.
Woo!
Woo! Good job.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If I can think we can move on from here already. Yeah.
Yep.
No,
Well, thank
back
you,
to you.
Jordy. Yeah, thank you, Jordy and Yuki. That was very insightful on how to play the game and, the dual factions between Survivor and Hunter. So yeah, as what they have explained to you guys, that's the main game of IDV. That's how we usually play IDV. However, what I'm about to talk now is that I'm about to introduce other modes as well in the game because
Oh.
in in Identity V they are very creative. I have to say the developers are very creative. They don't want to keep us bored with the same routine all over every day.
Mm.
So they come up with four other different modes in Violent Struggle, which is Duo Hunter, Phantom Shadows, Tarot, and Blackjack. And as you can see, like from the screen as well, this is Duo Hunters. So it consists of 10 players, which includes 2 hunters and 8 survivors.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, gangbang.
Double,
Yes.
double, double of the normal match that we have played. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's fun about this mode is that this time the hunters can actually communicate with each other and team up in order to take
Ah.
down the survivors. Yeah.
So they're not alone anymore.
They're not alone
Yeah.
anymore. Although there are 8 survivors, but one hunter can still take down 4 if they
Yeah.
strategize it properly. And
Yeah.
for this game, the rules are still the same. Survivors are supposed to escape, and the winning factor determines on how many survivors escape. Because there's 8 of them, so if 4 escapes, it's gonna be a tie. But if more than 4, then that's a winning side on the survivor. If less than 4, then hunters would win. And they changed the game modes a little bit here because you can see like if someone is chaired, then the chair will have a countdown before anyone can actually rescue them. And in this mode also, depending on what you're doing, whether you're kiting, decoding, or if you're a hunter, you're chasing, you hit survivors or you chair them, you will get points. And then there will be this shop, in-game shop.
Oh
this,
yeah,
this
we
phone
got
booth.
money.
Yes, you can
Finally,
actually buy
we can
items.
buy.
Yeah, can buy items to
Shit.
help you play the game
Yes.
and
We
makes
we
it
can
more
be anyone.
interesting.
It can
Yes,
be
it can be
anyone.
anyone.
It's
Even the
good.
mind's eye can be a coordinator.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. So for survivors, you can carry like 2 items and all, and for hunters as well, they have items to help them slow down the survivors or give them speed boost.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
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 Or even blind the survivors, like the smoke bombs, and then
Yes.
you don't know
Yeah.
how they're gonna attack or what's their next move, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survivors also can buy that. Their potions, that can help them in how to say decoding, containing the hunter. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So
Mm.
even when you say rescuers decode the slowest, they can actually buy the speed
Ah,
decoding
yes.
potion, and it's gonna help them as well. So
Yeah.
that's for 8 versus 2. And then we also have Phantom Shadows. And this one
Ooh.
is actually the newest mode because they made it during Call of the Abyss 4. And
Ah.
this mode is interesting
Mm.
because it's just an obstacle course running. Like Mario Kart, except for you don't have cars. You're just
You're
running
just
as
running.
a survivor. And unfortunately, this mode only survivors can play, not hunters. Aw, poor hunters. But yeah, you get
Mm.
to race with your friends or randoms, and you can choose to play solo or you can choose to team up with a partner.
Yeah, there's a team
And
race. Yeah.
yeah, it's a fun team race. And you can actually
Yeah.
gain items if you go through that eyeball thing, and they will give you random
Yeah.
items. And
It's
you
like
can,
it's like the box in Mario Kart that give you items to
yes.
help
I really
speed.
hate this.
Yeah.
I
So
always lose this.
yeah,
This one.
along the way you have a lot of obstacles lah. Yeah, that will how to say injure you.
Injure you
Injure you.
or slow you down.
This
Slow
one
you
looks like Fall
down.
Guy, is it, guys? The mode.
Oh yes, now that
Yes,
you mention
yes.
it.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess
Fall
that's how
Inspired
they
by
Guy
got
Fall
this
every
game up.
mode.
Guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I
and
really
the
hate.
terrains also can help you with the speed boost or
Oh my
slow
god.
down as well.
Yeah, the terrains.
Dogs just got stuck there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's many kinds of obstacles that they put. It's also based
Mm.
on the hunter skill. Like you can see, this one is like violinist, and before this was Gality,
Did
and
you
they
s-
also
uh,
have like Jack, Foggy Blades,
yeah,
things
y'all
like
see
that.
right? You guys saw the hunter stream, the hunter scream where the violinist throw out the
The strings.
yeah,
String?
the string. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that this is the violinist strings that help contain the survivor.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
please.
So this
Yeah.
mode is pretty straightforward. They just want to see who's the fastest, and that person would
Yeah.
win, and it
Mm,
will be based on your rank.
yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay,
Alright,
next is
good.
Tarot.
Ooh, terror.
Oh my god, I don't know about you guys, but this is one of my favorite modes. This this tarot
Okay.
mode requires 8 players for participation, and it is because you have 2 teams of 4 players. All right. So the 4 players consist of king, knight, and 2 squires, and the knight will only play it by a hunter, and the rest will be survivors. So that's 1 hunter, 3 survivors, and you'll be in a team, and your objective of the game is to take down your opponent's king. So because of this, in this game, the king is the main kiter. The king has to stay alive as long as they can, and the squires' objective
Ooh, look
is
at the
to
king. My nephew.
is to protect the
Mhm.
king or provide the king with enough money to buy items
Mm.
to
Ooh,
to protect them from, getting killed easily. And of course,
yeah.
for the knight, well, because they are hunters, they're supposed to go and hunt for the opponent's
King.
king. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
So again, this one, based on what you do, you will get the points, and once you get the points, you'll see that you have a little book at the side there, and that's where you get to buy the items that you need to help you with your kiting or with your assisting.
Yes. Yeah. So as you can see from here, the opponent's faction of the knight is here to kill the king.
King.
So yeah. So as you can see, the squires are there to help
Assist.
buy
Assist
time,
and protecting
assist,
lah.
yeah, assist and protect the king from the
Protect your king. Yes.
opponent's knight.
Night.
So yeah,
Mm.
they need to survive as long as possible. Each faction, their king. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. So
Yes. Fun
decoding,
fact, guys. Fun fact.
yes.
Fun fact. Do you
Mm-hmm.
want to know that actually this word was created thing by fandom is like people suggest the developer to create this mode. It's actually come from Protect the King, which is the IDV. I mean the public players from IDV create the custom to play Protect the King, which is
Ah.
yeah, seven player need to protect only one king, while the two others are hunters pursuing the king. Actually, that's the fun fact about this mode.
Very
It's actually
interesting.
creating by yes, yeah.
Yeah.
This one is creating by the players lah actually. Then the
So
developer hear about the people's okay talk about the mode. Then they create this mode for them.
yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
I used to
Yes.
play with random before Protect the King is fun.
Oh,
Yes.
before this mode was out.
Yeah.
I
I
see.
know
But that
you
one you
guys
need to
had to
play
use like
custom.
8 versus 2, something like
Yes,
that,
egg
right?
versus two. Yeah,
Yeah.
custom egg
Mm,
versus two.
Actually,
yeah.
there's a lot of creative people out there who make a lot of suggestions for different modes as well. There's
Mm.
capture the flag also, like what we tried.
Ah, capture the flag. Yeah. Oh my god, I used to play that mode.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
What
Yeah.
about the next game?
Yeah, the
The
next
next mode.
game is Blackjack.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah, and this
Uh,
mode is essentially based on the card game Blackjack because you got to get exactly 21 points in order to win the game. What's
ah,
interesting about this mode is that each player have to play both as survivor and hunter.
ah, that's why I hate this
Yeah.
mode. Yeah.
Same. Not really. I mean, it's very challenging because there are 5 survivors in the mode, and
Mm-hmm.
the first one to get the highest number, because beginning of the game they will draw cards, right? So the one who has the highest number will be the first hunter. And once that hunter takes down a survivor, they can choose to trade the card with that survivor. So the survivor has to
Yeah.
take one of their cards. And then after that, the game would reset, and they would get another draw of cards. And then it
Mm-hmm.
will continue in a loop until somebody gets 21.
21
Yeah.
points.
And once you get 21 points, that's when everything and anything wants to chase after you because nobody wants you to win. The game will
yeah.
announce who will get 21 points, and that person will only have 60 seconds to try to save themselves from everyone, and
Yeah.
then they will be declared winner. And of
Yes.
course, if anybody exceeds 21 points, they will get eliminated for
Yes.
the third round, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And if
So
nobody
yeah,
gets 21 points, it will just see who is the closest to 21 points.
just remember, you guys, no one is your friend in Blackjack. Mm.
I
They
guess
are
I
just
guess that's why we don't like that.
yeah. So this game is to sabotage your person next to you as many times as possible, so that their cards exceed 21 and they'll be eliminated from the next round. Yeah. So yeah, just be careful, you guys. No one is your friend when you are playing Blackjack.
No one's your friend. So true. Also,
Yeah.
guys, even though I mentioned this 4 extra modes, there's actually one extra mode that is so special. It's
Mm-hmm.
only available during the weekends. And that would be 5 versus 5.
Yay! Finally.
Yes, 5 versus 5. And this is actually being put under the category rank mode. And
Mm.
it's only available during the weekends after the normal rank times. And
Mm-hmm.
how you play this game is simple. You just have your main 4 survivors and you have 1 hunter. And
Mm.
the game is the normal mode. It's just that you are playing 2 matches simultaneously at the same time. So
Mm.
while you are playing survivors, you are up against your opponent's hunter, and your hunter will be up against the
The
survivors
enemy
on the other
survivor.
side.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be
So
at the same map. Yeah. Same map.
it will be at the same
Everyone.
map. Yep.
So yeah.
but you don't know what they're actually playing. So it's two different games, in just that it's happening at the same time. And whoever finishes the game first, they can actually watch their teammates play. Yeah, they can spectate how their
Yeah.
teammates are doing, things like that.
Yeah, so same objective. Survivors need to escape as many as possible, whereas the hunters need to kill as much as possible, lah. So that the opponent's faction, how to say, if for example, let's say this faction A, their survivors escape three people. That then means that the hunters of faction B, the survivors of faction B need to also escape 3 or more times in order to draw the game or win the match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So, guys, which one is your favorite modes?
I still love 5v5. Yeah, because we can play
Okay.
for men, guys.
True.
I still had what we call the phantom shadow. Oh shit, I had that one.
Yeah.
Primarily, I still like Blackjack because betraying is fun.
Oh my god, Jordy. Yeah, and I like Tarot because I like to be the king and
Yeah.
make
yeah,
all my
Tarot is so
minions do the
fun.
work.
It's hard to protect Nox.
Those who have played with me will know. All my past squires will know the horrors of playing with Nox.
The horror.
The horror it is. Okay, guys, so that's it for different modes. Shall we proceed to past collabs?
Yeah.
just gonna be a
this is
quick one.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this. Ooh.
So IDV they have
Okay.
like
Collaborated.
Collaboration.
Yeah, with many animes and other games as well.
Series.
Mm-hmm.
For
So
their
the first
skins,
one
yeah.
is what series is
Junji
this?
Ito.
Junji Ito, yay! Junji Ito
So
got 3 character. Is it the what we call the lucky guy one?
Lucky Guy is the I've forgotten.
Oh yeah.
He's in one of the arcs of Junji Ito where he is
As you can see at the slide lah. The character.
yeah. Whereas Wu Chang is the Bishonen, the one
Yeah.
where then Dream Witch is from the Dream Witch has 2 skins, by the way. One is Tomie and one is the painted one is the painted lady. Yeah. So so IDV
this one-
collaborated with them to make the cosmetics for IDV lah. For the suitable character.
This one I love this one. It's the Edward Scissorhands collaboration.
Actually, I'm surprised when this collaboration appeared because Edward Scissorhands was a very old movie.
Yeah,
And
and
they still approach to get the rights to have this kind of collaboration. Which
just
actually
me?
adds a nice touch to it.
Is it just me? The Reaper looks like Jack Sparrow because Jack Sparrow was Edward Scissorhands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teams. It Kims and Edward. Wow, I love this. Ooh.
Yeah. So basically, the Reaper has 2 skins. One is the white version and the black version, and the dancer is Kim. Yeah, from Edward Scissorhands.
Yes, beautiful Kim.
Yeah, beautiful.
And I also love when they change the map, Sacred Heart into this collaboration.
Yeah. Today it was limited. I like this. Yes.
It's Persona 5, everyone.
It's Persona 5, guys. Collaboration, next collaboration. Woo!
I love
Look
Persona
at that. Ooh, my handsome boy.
5. It
I
was
have
so
to
cool.
say, yeah, they work really hard on the skins and
Yes.
yeah, when it first popped out, I think this was the rise of the collab hype as
Game,
well.
yes,
Yeah, and
correct,
the game
correct.
as well.
Everyone's so hyped with this collaboration, guys, including me.
In case you
But
guys
I'm
don't
so
know, Persona 5 is a game on the PlayStation as well. And it's also developed into an anime, right? Which one
Yes,
comes
yes.
first,
Yeah.
anime or game?
The game came first. The game came
Game,
first.
game.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a game Persona 5 is a game where they have to go into the villain's imagination and defeat their ego, the villain's ego. Yeah, those are the
Yeah.
villains. Yeah. So yeah, next is Danganronpa.
Danganronpa, man.
I don't really watch this anime actually. Yes,
Dangan
but I'm still excited for the
So
collaboration.
basically, Danganronpa is a group of students with exceptional abilities, such as one student is very good in computer. One kid is very good in this. One kid is very good at that. They all are grouped into a school where they need to kill each other in order for them. So the principal, which is this fella, this penguin, Monokuma, they are he is the principal of the school, and this
Yes.
principal is forced them to kill each other in order to escape.
Escape the
Yeah.
school, man.
Yes.
So it was
Yeah.
so the survivors the survivors took on the students
Skins.
whereas the one of the hunters took on the menacingly evil Monokuma.
I
Ye-
can
Yeah.
see the similarities between the storylines. Yeah, it's
Mm,
still a survival kind of game, things like that. That's
yeah.
why they decided to collaborate with each other.
And of course, The Promised Neverland,
Yeah.
Ye-
everyone's beloved manga.
An anime also.
Oh, it starts from
Yeah.
manga,
I
it turns
just
into
watched, yeah, I
anime.
just watched the anime. I didn't
Mm,
read the manga for this series.
yeah. And lastly, we have Ashley. And next, we have Ashley Wood. So, Ashley Wood is a very well-known animator, right? Is it? Am I right, guys? Because I'm not so sure myself.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's animation. It's from a novel, is it?
From yeah.
Yeah, and
Mm,
for this collaboration, it's different than the rest because the rest is more to the skins that you can wear for the characters, whereas for this collaboration is more on
They
building
create
a
a
hunter
new
itself.
character. Yes,
Yes,
they
yeah.
a new
create a new character for
character.
this
The
And
style, the
collab.
art style, the history, the
yeah,
story
you can.
behind the character.
You can see the work.
Yeah.
You can see their work. Ashley Wood really a lot of effort into creating this hunt. Very all the details are so uh, accurate, so nicely done.
Mm,
Yeah,
good job,
Yeah, and
developer.
I
yeah,
guess NetEase is like, hey, you know what? This bad
Right.
guy seems like a good hunter to be put into the game. Why don't we just collaborate and let this hunter loose in the manner?
yeah. So of
Yeah.
course it is. So it was. So Mad Eyes literally saved the Percy or the undead from
Yeah,
dying.
we call that undead.
Yeah,
Yes,
or
one of
Percy.
yeah.
Percy.
So basically, he has his own skin. He has his own accessory created by Ashley Wood. Yeah.
Yep,
Mm.
Mm.
actually would.
Yeah, so he is
Oh.
a very so this hunter is very he is well known.
Wow.
He's
First
very
time
special because he's the first hunter that no need to chair the survivors.
that hunter give me heart
Yeah.
attack at first. Ayo. Look at the skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh,
my
and
god!
we have part two for Persona
Yeah.
5.
Part
This
two,
Yes.
time,
guys.
They
Let's
this
are here to
time,
go.
take our hearts again by making all
yeah,
sorts of other skins that make us, more hype because in Persona 5 Part 2, they have so many characters and they just keep adding on to the survivors to get the
yeah.
skins.
Yeah, it was such a huge the first collaboration had such a huge it was critically acclaimed, it was well received by the fans. Yeah, so
Mm.
that's why they decided to do part two.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yeah. So yeah, and this is just the anniversary event lah. Yeah, this is where they go through with us what they have released so far and Call of Abyss, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see all the past collaborations and skins that they've made for us as well. And finally, we are gone to Death Note as the last collab that they've
Recent
Yes.
released.
collab.
The most recent collab. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
where
Death
we have
Note is from
L,
an anime, of course, manga, anime. Yeah.
yeah, like Yagami and L, and of course our beloved Ryuk
Misa.
Yeah, I
and
thought you were gonna say
Misa.
Misa Misa.
Bila Misa. Why Ryuk suddenly bila?
Oh, everyone loved Ryuk, what? So I was like, oh,
No. Ryuk is scary for me.
Nah, I like Ryu. I like Ryu. I like all like, characters actually.
yeah,
I just level L. But I didn't get him by.
yes, I'm stuck. I'm stuck with Light.
I think like why they collaborated with Death Note as well because of the detective kind of a storyline that
Yes.
Death Note provides.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the killing each other.
Yeah, and probably the personality more or less. Maybe that's why they made Lawyer as light.
Yeah, because he's evil.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got a book with him. That's why I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's move on to the collab. The mini tournament and the COA.
Yes.
Yes. Lastly, we have tournaments and events that was hosted by NetEase/Identify. So I'll start with the Call of the Abyss. So Call of the Abyss is an international tournament which is hosted every year. How to say, bring out the best of each region, the players, Southeast Asia, China, NAEU, Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan. Yeah, well, yeah. So they are finding who can be the best in this game,
I think
hosting this Call of
it's kinda
Duty.
the best in the world lah, you know.
Yes,
Each
best in the
of
world.
region.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Best in the world, guys.
yes. It's always hosted by China because China is the creator of this game. Yes, and it's hosted in a stadium, sometimes in Beijing. Yeah, so how it works is every year they are given a team. Yeah, so for the Call of Abyss one, they are given the team of pirates. For the second one, they are given the
Steampunk.
team of yes,
Yeah,
Steampunk.
that's my
steampunk,
favorite.
futuristic,
Yes.
yeah,
My merc was
futuristic.
there. Futuristic,
Then
yeah.
yes, then Call of Abyss 3, we have the theme of the
Museum.
very
Roman
museum,
museum.
very how to say very carved, very how to say suave. Their skins are very blackish. Yeah, you also remember the back
Yeah.
skin. They were so black. They
Yeah.
were
Very
so
elegant.
Cowboy.
elegant. They were so handsome and
Seer.
pretty. Yeah,
Embalmer. Oh my god.
yeah.
Embalmer so handsome.
Yeah, so that was the third year, and finally we have the fourth year, which is this year, which is the theme was car racing. So
Yay!
yeah, the car racing was the theme was of course the best team to reach the finish line, to reach the summit. So each year they'll be given new skins to the survivors and a hunter. Yeah. So how does the COA works and how does one team qualify in the live tournament is? So they start out with everyone registering. Then after that, each team need to compete for the top 50. Yeah, top 50. Then from the top 50, they reduce it to top 16. Yes, for each region. Yes, for each region. Then the EU, Southeast Asia, Japan, Korea. Yeah. So from the 16 people that have made it, they need to fight among themselves to be the one qualified for the live tournament. For example, for the China server, they need to have I think eight, if I'm not mistaken. Eight
8
they'll have eight,
qualifying teams, yeah.
yes, eight
Yeah, yeah.
qualifying teams in the live tournament. Southeast Asia one, Japan two, and Korea also one, if I'm not mistaken. Korea is one, and
Mm-hmm.
EU also
Mm-hmm.
one. Yeah, so they need to fight among each other to be qualified into the live tournament, as you can see from here. Unfortunately, since during the pandemic, none of the none of the other regions can made it to the live tournament, so they need to play from home due to the
That's so yeah.
pandemic. Yeah, due to the
Yeah.
pandemic. But the Chinese team can still attend lah. because it is held in their own country. Yeah. So as you can see how grand the stage, their budget, the lighting, the animation that went into producing the stage. Really, every detail is so
It's so
well
grand.
done. Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
so
so
grand.
grand,
And
man.
every year they keep increase the price pool. Yeah. So as you can see how much IDV has really grown over the years. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember for COA 2, like they didn't have the official stage and everything. And sorry,
Mm,
the first COA, they didn't have
mm,
anything, but then when it comes to COA 2, 3 onwards, that's when they start
Mm,
to have budget to held it in the stadium and actually
yeah.
yeah.
make it grand. And we can see the evolution from it is like, wow, this thing is actually growing huge, considering that
Yeah,
it's
very
just a mobile
fast.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so COA is a really big deal that really brings international IDV players together as one, fighting together to claim the prize, see who is the strongest. Yeah, it's more, yeah, and how to say, identifying new talent, seeing how well they fight, how well they collaborate with each other, how well they
Yep.
communicate, how well they contain the
Yes.
hunter. Yeah, how well
Yes.
they, yes. Yeah, so it's very interesting to see in such a grand scale. Yeah.
Yeah, because the developers have like produced a lot of reworks with the characters over the years. They really want to try to
Mm,
make the gameplay as fair as possible and not to be too hunter sided or survivor sided. But they also want to introduce like new hunters and new survivors that can bring more variety in gameplay.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
yes.
Mm-hmm.
why changes always happen. So just because you watch a tutorial video probably from 3 years ago, it may not apply to the current situation with all the reworks currently. So that actually
Yes.
opens up a lot of opportunities to be talking about, if you want to make tutorial videos for the game, or if
Mm,
you are a streamer and you want to show people how you actually play, it's actually very exciting to watch.
yeah.
Yes, agree.
Yeah. So COA is one of the main grand tournament that IDV has held. The next one they have held is the IVC. IVC and the summer tournament. So IVC IVC stands for Identity 5 Championship, where it is held in different regions lah, where let's say Southeast Asia, Japan, Korea, Hong
Mm.
Kong slash Taiwan. Yeah. So they are held within their own regions to determine who is the strongest team in their server. Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
same goes for the summer tournament. Summer tournament is for the NAEU servers where it's the same thing. It is only exclusively for NAEU players and teams to fight among each other to claim the crown to be the best
The
teams in
best
the
in their
NAEU.
regions, at their
Yeah,
regions. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah. Currently, this is not in, and currently the IDV is having a IV League, Identity 5 League, where it's only specifically held for the China servers, where they compete with each other to claim the grand prize among each other among the China
Japan
teams.
also. Japan also
Yeah,
right
Mm.
now
Japan
currently.
also. Yeah,
Yeah,
so the
Japan and
IV League.
China.
So what is their goal is to fight because normally tournaments like COA held for like maybe 3 days only or 5 days, but this Ivy League is held for like maybe a month because
Mm.
they need to get as much points as possible fighting with among each other so that they can be
Mm.
they can go into the finals or the semi-finals. So they will be arranged to fight with each other a lot because they will need to get a lot of points, yeah, in order
Yes.
for them to go into the finals. So the banning system for Ivy League is different compared to COA because COA first round hunters can ban one survivor. Then second round hunters can ban two survivors. Survivors can ban one hunter. And the last round, hunters can ban 3 survivors and survivors can ban 2 hunters. That is in the rules for COA. Then Ivy League is different. Ivy League is normally, let's say the first round, hunters can ban 1 survivor, right? But then there is a trick. There is a not trick. There is a catch during the banning system. Let's say I have banned mechanic, then the first 2 players of the opponent team has chose their respected survivor. Let's say I were to ban mechanic, then let's say Nox and Yuki they chose Merc and Seer. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yes. Then that the catch comes in where the hunter can ban another survivor. So let's say I want to ban the entomologist because I ban the entomologist. Yeah. Or the priestess, let's say, since priestess is meta now. Yeah. So now I ban the priestess. Then after I ban the priestess, then the other 2 survivors of the opponent's team can choose their survivors. Means it means Mag and priestess is already banned. So they have to work with what are the remaining survivors that have not been banned. Yeah. So that's the catch of Ivy League.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Bring something new to the tournament. Bring something new to the table. Tournament wise, yeah.
Yeah, I guess like
Because
because the game keeps having more and more new survivors and hunters, so that's why they have to make the banning even more because there's
yeah,
more options to play with now.
yeah.
Yes.
As
Great.
you guys can see, look at the. So as you can see, look at the detail they've put onto the stage animation where they have chosen their survivor. It is so
Oh my
They
like
have
god, I
3D
love that.
holograms.
yes, they have 3D
Yeah.
hologram coming out from the floor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can see your
Lord. Look
Yeah,
at
character
that
right in front of
end.
you. Yeah. Which is really
yes.
amazing. Like, wow.
It's like the
That's a
real
big
end is
budget.
coming.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
yes.
that,
Okay.
guys. Wow.
Oh, and one more
Yeah.
thing about COA and IVC and all these tournaments. Although you can play the game both on mobile and PC, but all these tournaments is exclusively for mobile players only.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
They just
because
focus
that's the
on the
challenge
mobile.
there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Try to
Mhm.
imagine if you need to play on PC. Oh, yo. They need to provide the the monitor in
PT,
front of the
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
stage. I
yeah.
don't know.
Oh, yes. By the way, this year's Call of Abyss is sponsored by Sony Xperia.
Yeah.
Yay! This one is Japan? No? It's for
Ah,
all lah.
For
no,
Only
during the
all
COA.
COA. They are
Ah,
COA.
the
COA.
phones that they are using are Sony
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 Ah,
Experience.
Xperia.
Sony. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, go buy the Sony now. It's very
I
good
I
to IDV.
I got a feeling each players are given one phone. I think. I mean it is
Wow.
sponsored, yeah.
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 Yeah,
Correct.
so
So yeah, because it's a mobile game, so that opens doors for mobile companies as well to help sponsor for
mm,
all these kind of tournaments.
yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
IDV is such a growing game, such a it's growing lah in terms of its fan base, in terms of recognition. Yeah.
And this is why we are very excited to present it to Malaysian viewers as well. If any of you are watching, please come and give IDV a try because
Yes.
it's gonna be really huge. Even though it's 4 years old, we still think that there's a lot of room to grow, and there's bound to be some talented players in the country as well.
Yes. I'm
Yes.
sure.
Who knows? You can be one of them.
Yay! Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah. Do you guys have any questions regarding the stream? Oh wait, to answer the guy's question just now regarding how to hide. How does the new hunter work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Yeah.
Nayet.
So Nayet is basically Nayet is like a fish lady. Not fish lady, like the lady that died drowning. So her weapon is a harpoon. Yeah. So basically, when she walks, she can create steps, and the steps contain water. And if survivors were to step on it, they will have the moisture meter up. So the moisture meter, how does the moisture meter works is if you were to step on the thing for too long until your moisture meter meets 100%, you will take damage. You will take damage. Yeah, so that's how her steps work, her moisture steps work. Then for her skills is she has a harpoon. So when she throws a harpoon, she will have the steps lah on the ground. So she can create a space on the ground, trap you in her moisture space. So the longer you stay in the moisture space, your moisture meter will keep increase. Yeah. So the way to kite her is transitional kiting lah. Always kite away from the uh, area lah
Moisture
has been
area.
that has been contaminated with a moisture skill. Yeah.
It's okay, Zaimis. We can elaborate that for the next podcast.
Yeah.
Don't
Any
worry.
questions? Yeah. Any more questions?
Any questions
Um,
based on the topics that we have discussed today?
okay, there's a question here from Faiz. IDV untuk mobile ada beza tak dari segi konten permainan serta penambahan untuk IDV versi PC? Oh, that's a very good question. So it's like there's a difference between mobile and PC lah.
Ada.
The
Ada.
Sebab mobile kita guna jari kan, tapi kalau PC we have to use the mouse and the keyboard. So I heard that PC users find it really hard to kite at the beginning, especially to look back while kiting. The way they have to control the mouse to turn back while running. That's the challenge. For mobile, like you can actually get a lot of ping issues and drop frames based on your mobile phone's capability. If you play on PC, if you have like a good graphics card, and if you use Ethernet connection instead of Wi-Fi, I think you will get lesser lag and drop frames. But for mobile, that's the disadvantage.
Yes.
You know what? Sometimes the game works depends on your device performance also. You know, sometimes you got very lag, frame rate drop sometimes because of your phone sometimes. Yeah.
Depends on your location. Like me, in case you guys don't know, I'm a Malaysian living in Australia, so I suffer a lot trying to find the right server. Yeah. Find the right server to play with my teammates because they are all in Malaysia.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Do you guys ever found cheater in this game? Oh.
Yes,
I never found one. Oh, Jody have? Dogs, you have a cheater?
I found a lot of trolls. Trolls, yes. Yeah, people who just troll the game for whatever reason.
Do I consider cheater? No.
That's considered
I never
cheating.
Yeah, okay. Cheating indirectly. Okay. So Jody, what kind of cheater you have found before? Can you share with us?
It's more to like they can know each survivor's location because I think they have the hacking ability to reveal each survivor's location.
Yeah, they highlight the survivors.
Yes,
yeah.
it was highlighted. Yeah, it was highlighted. Correct.
I see.
It's like we can tell the difference if someone is cheating and if someone is not. Because as playing survivors as well, we know how to move stealthily or hunters could definitely not predicted certain moves.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why the devs are doing are trying their best to get rid of all these programs that used by the hackers.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if there's any person you think is hacking, always save the game and then watch back.
Because you can always report them, and it's
Yes.
good when you have evidence, like you screenshot or you did record the video, things like that. They will
Yeah.
definitely
Yes.
investigate.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Next
Good. Good.
question. Maybe we
Okay.
can have we can have a last question.
Okay. Question. Actually, there's a lot of questions. I need to pick one.
Yeah, pick the best.
Um.
Pick the best one.
Wait. Where is the next question? Last one. Last one. Last one. Wait. 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 Mm. Come blah blah. Alamak. Wait. Okay. I took this one. Okay, new player usually hard to remember maps place. How you think new player needs to know name place like we all did? Like broken wall, front door, and
Uh,
etc.
I think it's more to the more you play, the more where you will spawn, or more how to say you can know where you at and where the hunters at. It's more to experience
Yes.
For
because
me,
you
Actually there's a mechanism to see where's the spawn kan at custom, is it? You guys can
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. If you go to custom and you pick the map that you want I think at the top right side, there are details on the map, and then you can see the
Mm.
spawn location,
Yeah.
dungeon location.
Yeah,
Yes.
but of course, how to say, memorizing it is not easy. So you need to play the game lah. Every time play the game as either hunter or survivor, so that you can know where hunter is, or predicting hunters where hunter will walk first. Yeah,
Yes.
it's all about experience lah. You all need to you all need to play the game as much as possible so that you know, I'm at Arms Factory. I spawned this location. I know where the hunter spawn. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Because
like
this game, you guys can get the same spawn location, so you guys need to memorize that.
yeah, it's
Mm.
like beginning of the game. Like let's say you spawn near the shack, right? And like let's say you run to the right. If you spawn there and you run to the right and you straight away run into hunter, then you already know that next time if you spawn there, don't run to the
Yes.
right, run to the left.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
Experience is experience.
It's
Yeah.
experience, yeah.
Experience. Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though we are in a team, we are still learning a lot from this game because it's not easy. Because we have been playing for like maybe 2-3 years already, and we still unsure how to transition to this place or where hunters spawn, because it's a learning process lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're not only learning for your character, but you also need to learn about your teammates' character, what they are capable of doing, what they are not capable of doing.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So yeah, I think that's
Yep.
conclude.
Like I said, supporting each other guys to win the game. So for survivor, you guys need to work with together lah.
Yeah.
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 Kerja
Okay.
sama.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I feel that's about
That's
it for
all.
today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it for today.
Yay.
Thank you so much for
Wrap
joining
up.
us with our podcast. And we'll have another podcast next week as well. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. Bang bang.
Bang. Bang. Bang. Bang.
Yeah. See
Okay.
you everyone.
Goodbye. Good night.
Goodbye,
Good night
guys.
everyone.